Number 7. Soldier Millions. Hannibal Milhais was nicknamed Soldier Millions for a good reason. The most decorated Portuguese soldier of World War I, and the only soldier awarded the country's highest honor, Milhais found himself in the midst of the Battle of La Lys in Belgium, covering the withdrawal of Scottish and Portuguese soldiers. Within a few hours of the skirmish, over 1,900 men were killed, 5,100 wounded, and about 7,000 taken prisoner. Milhais was in charge of a Lewis gun on April 9, 1918. During Operation Georgette, when the German army attacked his division, Milhais stood up with the machine gun and defended his regiment against assault by Germans, causing many casualties. He managed to cover the retreat of Portuguese and Scots alike, despite coming under heavy attack himself. He fired in all directions and stayed at his point until he ran out of ammunition. When the Germans decided to go around, Milhais found himself alone behind enemy lines for 3 days. On the third day, Milhais, still carrying his Lewis, rescued a Scottish major from a swamp, and the two reached Allied lines. His actions were later described as having been worth 1,000,000 men, hence the nickname. Number 6. Lone Viking at Stamford Bridge. In 1066, during a Viking invasion in English lands, an epic last stand remained in history. At Stamford Bridge, 15,000 English army soldiers were up against almost 9,000 Vikings. Only one nameless berserker fortified at the bridge and took down more than 40 enemies all by himself, giving his fellow Vikings time to regroup. Holding a great axe, this anonymous Norse barbarian battled back the entire English army for over an hour. The lone Viking was eventually taken down after the Saxons sent a group under the bridge and impaled him from underneath. The Vikings may have lost, but the legend for that one berserker still lives on. Number 5. Ben L. Solomon. Benjamin Louis Solomon was a United States Army dentist in World War II who was assigned as a frontline surgeon. During the Battle of Saipan, his aid station was overrun by a Japanese assault. When the Japanese started overrunning his hospital, rather than flee and leave the wounded, he grabbed an M1 rifle and evacuated the wounded while he covered their retreat. He allowed the safe evacuation of the wounded, killing at least 98 enemy soldiers before being killed. Number 4. Dian Wei. Dian Wei, who died in 197 AD, was one of Cao Cao's many generals who was renowned for his strength and bravery. He fought in several battles in his lord's honor before he acted as the rear guard for his lord's escape at Wan Castle. Dian's last stand took place during the Battle of Wan Chang in 197 AD, when he placed himself at the entrance of the castle and barred the entrance from enemy hordes. He killed at least 20 enemies before another group of assassins had entered the building from a different direction, attacked him from behind. He was finally brought down by a rain of arrows from every direction. Number 3. John R. McKinney. Private John R. McKinney received the Medal of Honor in World War II for his bravery during the campaign to recapture the Philippines from the Japanese forces in 1945. He was taking a nap when 100 Japanese soldiers launched a sneak attack on his position. McKinney single-handedly secured a crucial battlefield against 100 Japanese soldiers before reinforcements arrived. He was just 24 when this event occurred. Number 2. Sempronius Densus. Sempronius Densus was an old veteran centurion in the Praetorian Guard and bodyguard to the Deputy Emperor Galba in the 1st century. He will be remembered by history for his courage and loyalty in single-handedly defending the emperor, while all his comrades deserted and switched sides. Completely surrounded, Densus fought the entire army of mutinous Roman soldiers by himself to defend a man he hardly knew. His courageous stand ended when he was brought down by a blow to the back of the knee, and then was killed, decapitated, and his head was paraded around town on a spear. Number 1. Saito Musashibo. Saito Musashibo Benkei was a warrior monk who served Minamoto no Yoshitsune and was known for being strong enough to pulverize your head by simply squeezing your face. Benkei accompanied Yoshitsune as an outlaw until they became encircled in the castle of Koromagawa. As Yoshitsune retired to the inner keep of the castle to commit ritual suicide on his own, Benkei fought on at the bridge in front of the main gate to protect Yoshitsune. Realizing that any attempts of fighting Benkei would result in defeat, the opposing army just decided to shoot a swarm of arrows at him instead. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button, share, or write a comment. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can check out my next video.